Good evening, good morning, good day, good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. We're back for another Thursday, folks, and we're in the Fast Movers today. Got a brilliant flight plan provided by Kevin, zooming all over Ireland, including Northern Ireland. So we're actually crossing two countries, technically, or some people might say it's all one country. It doesn't really matter. Not getting into that. But of course, joining me today is Nick. Nick, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm not bad. Hello, folks. How are you today? And of course, my sidekick, my formation flyer, every week it's Shark Kitty. How are you today, Shark Kitty?
Hello. I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm not too bad. Big hello to Brian Dyer. He's watching on mute right now, and he's working. Technically supposed to be working, so hopefully we can keep you entertained there, Brian. Big shout out to J-Hog as well. J-Hog, you going to join us on the flight today, mate? We're missing you on the tarmac. Obviously, we got a bit of competition today. World Flight is in progress, and they're flying 24 hours a day for about a week. I think they're about halfway through it right now, raising money for various charities. Nick, you mentioned one. What's the one in the UK called?
The one I'm following is Simfest UK.
Yeah.
They raised money for the Lullaby Trust, which is a charity for the prevention of sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah, they've been supporting them for the last 4 years. And I've got it on in the background all the time, except for now, concentrating on this, but yeah, I'll try and follow them.
Yeah, and a lot of them are broadcasting live this year, which is fantastic. It's really cool to watch, and they're all like, home-built sims. In a lot of ways, what we all aspire to or wish we had room for or money for, but it's very impressive. I know the British one, 747, and of course, big shout out to Jeff Fabiano. Nick, if you want to drop a link for Simfest in there, and
I will do.
Shark Kitty, would you mind be so kind of drop the link to Jeff's channel? They are in Southern California. Now they are using a 737 cockpit, I believe. So technically that's what they should be flying. But yeah, they're all flying around the world. Multiple teams, obviously, so they take turns. And they just go 24 hours a day, 7 days for 7 days until they fly around the world. And I think they're about halfway through it. It is extremely intense. I participated in 2 charity flights over the years, one back in Canada and one in Scotland. And it is very, very grueling, very tiring. So you think simming's fun, try doing it multiple shifts for a whole week. I'll tell you what, it does get exhausting. Some of these legs are about 8 hours a shot as well. So it's pretty good, but it's great fun, great camaraderie, all for a good cause. I know Jeff's team in Southern California, they're raising money for Orbx, which is a fantastic charity. So that is I believe it's a DC-10, and that they've converted into a flying eye hospital that they fly all over third world countries and poor countries, and they do eye surgeries for people in need who couldn't normally have access to decent health care. And they solve a lot of really easy to fix problems, which can cause blindness, things like glaucoma and other eye conditions. that normally without the help of Orbx, a lot of people just go blind. It's quite sad, but that's a fantastic cause too, and very much an aviation type of charity because of the flying hospital. So I know there's one in Australia too. I think they're Royal Flying Doctors or something like that. I don't know if you're aware of that one, Nick.
Yeah, there's. I think there's 2 in Australia. I'm unsure of the charities, but they've got. There's one 747 sim and one 737 sim.
Amazing. So anybody from the World Flight, if you're checking it out, that's great. And at the end of this, I think we're going to do a raid on one of these guys as well, or possibly multiple. So do come along and help us give them a big positive rate welcome and congratulations on all the hard work that they're doing. But looking at Tarmac there, so I've got Shark Kitty, and it looks like we're thinking all the same today. She's got the special red livery of the Just Flight Hawk, which you can find on justflight.com. Big sponsors of the Positive Rate show. And I've got Nick there, I think. Yeah, Nick is also flying the Hawk, a more conventional yellow stripe version. I, of course, am sitting there in the special red version. And then we got J-Hog. Now, strangely, I've got some model matching going on that's very interesting. And he's flying an F-22.
What's going on?
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the F-22 model, so it's just coming in the way it's coming in. Ollie Holburns has just popped in and says, "Hi everyone, just loading up. Soon I'll be joining in a minute." Great, Ollie, great to have you aboard. And yeah, so Kevin, there's a big list of scenery. If you haven't had a chance to download it, fair enough. You don't need it, of course, but I have downloaded it, and this is free. This is from flightsim.to for Casement, and it's astounding for free scenery. I mean, it is some of the animation in here. There you got the flag of Ireland out front of the, I guess it'll be some sort of office or headquarters anyway. But the other thing I thought was really cool is this hangar door periodically closes and opens again. And there you go. Yeah, you can see it. It's actually look at that. I mean, isn't that cool? It's all free, completely free. Amazing. I think I'd give a lot of the payware stuff a run for its money. What do you think, Shark Kitty?
Say again, Willie?
I think this freeware scenery would give payware a run for its money.
Well, yeah, it's pretty close in quality to what you can find on payware.
Yeah. So
I think on payware they would change the grass around the field as well.
Oh, you're just getting picky now.
I mean, yeah, totally. I'm just.
It's like, yeah.
Just look at little details.
It's like buying a new sports car. You said, "Do you like the sport car?" "Oh yeah, you know it's amazing. It's fast. It drives really well, everything." But I just don't like the door handles. Anyway, it can't be helped. That's fine. Yeah. But anyway, all the links in the show description, in the show notes on YouTube if you're checking out there, and if you're joining us on Twitch, big shout out to you as well. Please do follow or subscribe depending on what stream you're watching, and we're always glad to have you along. And of course, if one of my colleagues would be kind enough to put our Discord link in there as well, you can join us on our Discord community. Always great to hear from you. And don't forget, guys, if you're flying with us today, take lots of screenshots, and don't forget to post those in the Positive Rate screenshots. They will appear at the beginning of each stream on our Screeny TV just before the show starts next time. So there you go. There you go. Double money there. Double money. So. Updates. Jump into. Sorry, I don't know what I've done there. Right, while we're getting this going, we've got. I think I made an announcement last week that Orbx has signed off, so we're just getting some paperwork sorted out. We're getting very close. Some exciting things coming your way. We're hoping to have a giveaway at some point before Christmas, and possibly more than one. So do check on the. Do check our Discord and do check on YouTube. For announcements on that, and we'll probably post something there. Yeah, and just as a big thank you to everyone for supporting us all this time. It's absolutely great to be here, and we're glad you're along. And J-Hog says, "You want me to change aircraft?" No, you can. J-Hog, it's okay. I mean, if it's important for you to look at on the stream as what you're actually flying, then yeah, are a bit more restricted, but I should actually provide a list of aircraft that I do have. But you know, if you could do an F-35 or an F-18, I think I have the F-104 as well, if you have that. But yeah, it's just unfortunately I don't have the F-14 and the F-22. I don't have anything from DC Designs or the Warbirds from Iron such and such. But hopefully, in due course we will. So I do apologize for that. But you know, if you're as long as you're not bothered about that, feel free to fly the F-22. It's up to you. Only you will know the full awesome of it, J-Hog, because you'll be able to see it for yourself. But it's all good. Right. So let's get that EPU started. We should hear. Get the sim noises coming up here. That's our EPU coming on board. We'll talk through the flight plan in a minute. Just get everything kind of warmed up and ready to go here. Oh, I don't know if I hit that start first. Let's try this. Yeah, I hear an APU now. That's good. Right. Flight plan. So, I've not loaded the flight plan. That's what I forgot to do. I don't know if you can import it into this, can you? Pants.
I think it's a different format.
Bear with me, folks. I'm just gonna have to dodge out to the main menu here. This is probably the quickest way to solve the problem. I keep meaning to do a checklist. Do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this? And I thought, you know what? I've got plenty of time. I've got everything ready. I'm sitting back, relaxing, talking to the guys, and yeah. Good old Willie forgot to load the flight plan anyway. So let's get that out of the way. Gotta find it first, of course. Go. Parking Casement. It was on ramp 2, wasn't it? Something like that. Let's see where it puts me. Oh! This Casement is out, isn't it? Yeah. Why does everything look so different? Oh no, it's taking me down in there. Alright, I don't know. I'm not going to overthink this. Flight time, we are 8 o'clock. There we go, a few clouds, fine. Okay, let's see if we can jump back in quickly here. And there's Beluga. Beluga's just jumped in. Jayhawk says only got the F-22 as the F-18 was causing you problems. Oh, the steering. Yeah, that's right. That's okay. Stick with the F-22, Jayhawk. And hopefully at some point I'll get that. Who actually makes the F-22? Not sure.
I think it's Max something Studio.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot the exact name. If Jayhawk can remind us.
Is it any good? I've not actually spoken to anybody intelligently about it to say whether it's a fun one or... Okay, here we go.
It looks interesting, at least. I haven't tried it myself, so it's hard to really get a grasp of the quality of the thing.
It is, yeah.
It does have a lot of features.
Oh.
A lot of work to do it.
Gotta cut you off there, Shark. Jayhawk just kicked in 10 quid. Jayhawk, thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
I thought I was going to get through this entire stream without dancing as well, but no such luck. Thank you very much, Jayhawk. That's really, really helpful, and always appreciated, mate. Absolutely brilliant of you. And you know, I haven't even done anything apart from restart the sim so far, so I'm doing well. You're very forgiving, Jayhawk. Very forgiving. Anyway, get the everything turned on here again. Get things to start. Get our APU started. There we go. Right, now we've got a flight plan. So, turn on the A skid. Hold on. Just cover some homework first. Oh. Jayhawk says, after the day I've had, you need to dance. I've been on a speed awareness course. Oh. Was as so ordered, Jayhawk, as so ordered. If so, that sounds pretty awful, actually. But yes, let's take your mind off of it. So here's the flight beds. We're taking off from Casement, and this is a right tour of Ireland, and we're going to fly up to the east coast. We're going to zoom down. Now I got all the show notes listed here somewhere. Let me try and get them up in front of me.
I'm sure we'll be speeding today, Jayhawk, so...
Yeah, I was going to say. So this is going to take us down to Newcastle. Now, this is Newcastle, Ireland, not Newcastle in Britain. And we're going to swoop through some terrain, come up to... I feel like I missed one in there somewhere. Possibly overflying, but we're going to end up in... oh, there we go. Yeah, this is Weston. And then we're going to pay a visit to Dublin. And then we're going to take off up to the north here. Not quite into Northern Ireland yet. We'll be in Navan. Over to Dowth Hall. I think we might just overfly that or do a touch and go. And then up along the coast... I think this is now cutting into the north, possibly. Oh, no, not quite yet. Into, this will be Newtonards. I'm probably doing horrible pronunciation on these things. It's Aldergrove. Arguably, well, we'll go there. Then off to Derry. Actually, I think this is all in the south, to be fair. And finally ending up in Donegal. I think Aldergrove is technically Northern Ireland, possibly, because that's an EG code. So there you go, yeah. It's a lot of stops, a lot of interesting things. I don't think we'll land anywhere. I think we'll just see how we feel as we're zooming through. Plenty of opportunities for fuel stops, etc. And hope you have fun. So get your engine started. We are using the few cloud setting today, so it doesn't really matter what runway you take off. But if we zoom into the map here, may I suggest that we all come down to the south part of the airport here, and I think... Anyone tell me what runway that is heading towards the southwest?
22.
22. Okay, so if everyone can run over to 22, I'll meet you there. And we'll get ready to light the fires and kick the tires. Or the other way around, anyway. Meanwhile, I shall start this airplane. And we'll just sit back and listen to the amazing sound of the Just Flight Hawk. Available at justflight.com. Do check it out if you don't have it. Absolutely worth every penny. It's fantastic. Jayhawk says 47 and a 40. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. Can't complain. Nice first and 42 years of driving. Yeah, I've not, touch wood, I've never had a ticket in Britain, but I had some corkers in Canada, and when I was younger, although I was able to get off this ticket for some reason, but I was caught doing 60 and a 30. The only reason I got off is because the court building had an asbestos scare. They delayed my case, and by the time I went to trial, the policeman who had gave me the ticket had lost all his notes, and they had to throw out the case because they had nothing to prosecute me on. So yeah, that was interesting, and I think there was definitely a couple gods looking out for me that day. But yeah,
I made a very big mistake on my first ever speeding offence.
Oh yeah?
I was just driving along, and yes, I was probably going faster than 30, and the policeman jumped out. He was standing at the side of the road, and he jumped out in the middle of the road and said, "Stop."
Oh.
So I pulled over, and I was like, right, okay.
Right.
I mean, I was only 18 or whatever, and he said, "Do you know how fast you were driving?" I was like, "Not really," and he told me. He
Right.
said, don't you think that's dangerous? And I said, the only thing that was dangerous, I said, was you jumping out in the middle of the road. So,
did you get a ticket?
2 months later, I was in court.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cheek gets you nowhere when it comes to police. Okay, I'm making my way out to you guys. Oh, except we forgot one little thing. You can't steer if you don't take off the rudder lock. There you go.
At least you figure it out now and not.
Yeah, exactly. It was a few streams back, wasn't it? I was in a bit of a panic.
I think it was one of the first Positive Turbo streams.
Yep. Okay, while we're doing that, we'll just do some flight control checks here. We do have Moser someone or other. Pete Mosley. Oh, that must be you, Pete, is it? Hi, folks. So he's here in the MiG-29. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have that one. I wish I did. I'd love to see a MiG-29. Where do you get the MiG-29, Pete? Is that a payware, or is that something from FlightSim.to or something like that? Well, great to have you along, mate. You'll be like J-Hog, only you can see the awesomeness, but at least you can keep up. That's cool. Okay, one notch of flaps here. Am I missing anything? Let me have a think. I think I'm pretty good to go. There is a cheat for the... Yeah, there is a cheat for the autopilot. Anyway, okay, no problem. Alright, folks. If you're ready to go, let's hit it. Pause the brake, you're up. Flaps. Okay, let's see, where are we here? Just take a quick look, see if everyone behind us is, there we go. See Shark Kitty's up, Nick's up, and Collie seems to still be on the runway. So let's take a slow circle around back to the team. Pete says try and keep up, no speed awareness for me. Exactly. That's a good point, actually, J-Hog. Maybe you got busted for what you couldn't do in the real world, but now you can make up for it in some. Shark Kitty up above, Molly. Nick behind there. There's Pete. See J-Hog, he's, I think that's all of us up almost. All right, let's go on course. I think if we try a 350, good for everybody. I think we'll aim for that.
Okay.
And Dwax is in. He says, "Yo, hey Dwax, how you doing, mate? Great to see you." Don't want to get too high here because we've got some fantastic Irish scenery to see. We'll drop down a bit. Here we go, joining the plan as we zoom around the coast of Ireland.
And my sim crashed.
Who crashed?
Sim crashed.
Oh, your sim crashed. Oh no! That's no good. I could spawn up at the next airport. That might be the easiest way.
I think so, yes.
This is where I'm missing Kevin because he can tell me where we are because we're flying over a rather big harbor. And it does get into the train at some point, guys, so it's going to get more exciting as we move on. But yeah. Doc says, I'm doing fine. New Sim Update 11. Sim Update 11, is that what? Is that in beta? There is now coming tomorrow, it's the 40th anniversary. So I suppose you could say that was kind of like Sim Update 11, yeah, possibly. Lots of airplanes in that one. Nick, what are you looking forward to in the 40th anniversary?
A310.
Yeah.
It's anything like the was it P3D I think it was, or was it X-Plane?
X-Plane, Inabuilds, yeah, it was X-Plane, yeah.
It was nice.
Well respected in X-Plane, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to that, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of other little bits and pieces that are included. They just haven't mentioned.
Well, I think, I mean, we have a few plans in place, but I think we might have to pop one in. It'll take a while to get used to the 310, so we can wait on that one. I'd love to do the Hercules, the H4, Spruce Goose. I think that would just be lots of fun. Don't know if we could do a whole stream on it, but it'd be certainly good. Maybe we could just do a stream where we just try everything. And everyone could fly something different because everyone will have the models, so we'll be able to see what everyone's flying. I think that'd be quite fun, actually. So we're just hugging that coast until we eventually turn into the west. Behind me there. Sharkin is rebooting and meet us at the next airport. You're too fast for us, Pete. Too fast. There's J-Hog zooming up in there in the F-22. I think this is our first airport coming up here. Should we do a touch and go, Nick? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but yes.
If I can see the airport, I have a feeling it might be a grass strip. I'm gonna have to do a circle here to see if I can spot it. Oh, Ollie says Sim's playing up today. I think I'll just chill. Oh, Ollie, that's a shame, mate. Well, everyone having problems today. I wonder why. Cross fingers it doesn't interfere with my own sim at the moment. Alright, cool. Let's crank it over. See if we can spot anything that resembles an airport. What about yourself? So, everyone in the chat, what airplane are you looking to most on the sim update? Or the I can see it. It is a grass strip indeed. Yes. Yeah, I think this will be a touch and go at best. So it's right along the coast, Nick. So I think my plan is I'm going to fly north of it and just kind of hug that coast on the way back, and there's a grass strip. There we go.
Okay.
Now using the coast as a point of reference. So we'll lead off some speed. Start dumping those flaps out to slow us down a bit further. And we'll drop our gear. Generating all sorts of drag here, so I'm going to bring up those engines to compensate. Ooh, that's a bright sun. Okay, let's see if we can spot this. Yeah, I don't think this is so much an airport as it is Bob's airstrip.
Overflow it is.
So naturally, it's going to appear in one of Kevin's white ones.
Yep.
Eastbird's Lee just dropped in. Good evening, lads. He says, "How you doing, Eastbird's? Great to see you." I think that is it coming up now. Watch the speed here, starting to stall out. Yeah, there we go. And we're just going to do a touch and go this time. Gas been aging since I flew this airplane. Oh, maybe that's not it. Maybe it's just a beach. I can't tell where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it now. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, at least I had the gift of numbers. That's about the only thing going for this airport at the moment. I think it's going to be a hard touch and go this. No. It'll just have to be a go around instead. Yeah. So we're going to continue on plan. I'll just do a circle just to See if you guys are. Yeah, I couldn't get down that time, but. Wing stall. Come on. Come on. Oh, see you're on the grass strip there. There's Pete. Looks like Pete might have had a decent touch and go there. Pete, let us know how you got on. Nick, where are you still yet to land, or?
I was just going to fly over the top.
You're just gonna fly over it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not really in a jet grass mood, grass strip type of mood today.
Up the shots back in.
Okay, let's get back on plan there. Well, J-Hog said froze as well. Pete says it wasn't pretty. Yeah, I think everyone's struggling with this one, Pete. It's not particularly long either. Kev does like to throw in his challenges, but I think we're going to give that one a miss. So Shark, let us know if you can get up with us quick.
Yeah, I'm about to take off.
Yep. Won't kick it into high gear just yet. We'll give you a chance to catch up. And I think this is where we start seeing a bit of terrain as we cut into the west here. Who do we got with us there? There's Pete, there's Nick. I don't think I turned my oxygen on. Having all sorts of problems here. Oh, I see Shark Kitty moving now. Okay, let's do some terrain here. So the entry point for this appears to be just up over that lake, so let's get to that. Can we follow the river? Where's the river?
Okay, where are you? I see.
Just trying to spot the entry point for this. We're starting to get into the train now, so.
So soon? I'm not sure.
I've only been going 250, so you should be able to catch up if you put the fires on.
Yeah, well, we don't have the fires on the hook.
Figure of speech, figure of speech. But if you did, wouldn't it be fast? Okay, here we go. I think Kevin's intention is to fly between those two hills there, so we'll start with that.
Right, I'm behind you.
Kiddo. Kevin did mention that this is an area that is used for military training. struggling to hit these waypoints. Don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right place, but I was confused as well like this.
No idea. No idea. Esports, if you're watching, what are you most looking forward to in the 40th anniversary update that's coming tomorrow? That goes for anybody else that cares to answer in the chat. Let us know. What about yourself, Sharky? There's some vintage aircraft in there. Anything catch your interest?
Well, I'd be really interested to try the B-22, but I think we already said that last week. For vintage aircraft, I'm not so sure. I don't think I've heard about a new classic one coming out, except, of course, for the 40th anniversary edition.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to try out the Beaver, because, you know, I fly Beavers in X-Plane already, so I'm coming up with the plane.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fair enough. They do mention there's going to be airports there as well. Oh, I can see you, Sharky. But I haven't actually looked at that list yet. I'm not sure. I am secretly hoping they're going to add in Megs.
It is. I was just about to say that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a community flight tomorrow. It's for MiGs.
If Megs comes back in, we've got to start there at some point. I really miss it. And that takes me all the way back to Flight Simulator 1.0 as well. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. So that's brilliant. Thank you, Microsoft. Applause for that. If you're bringing Meg's field back, absolutely brilliant. For those of you
I got
who,
no idea where you are already.
I'm on
They had to,
plan.
didn't they?
Oh, you're
They had to.
behind me.
They really did, yeah. For the 40th anniversary, I mean,
Yeah.
it's been kind of the starting point for Flight Simulator right up until when did it change? Was it FS 2002?
I don't know.
I probably should be lower than what I am, but I really have no idea what the logical path is for this. Oh, there's a river. Okay, I see a river now.
Yeah, follow the river.
Okay.
Yeah, I think from this point I shouldn't get lost.
Okay, here we go. I don't think the waypoints quite line up to path, or we are on a slightly different path than the one that was intended. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think you just took the wrong way. It's confusing in the first part, but then it's fine.
Okay, I see now. Eastbird says, I'm looking forward to a new study level aircraft I've heard about. Is that the Inabuilt's 310? Don't know if it's quite study level, but it's up there.
Should have checked my queue before we go on EGAA. Am I going the wrong way?
Nope.
Okay.
Not according to my retrofitted GTN X50. Pete, 97, I think. We're talking about when. Well, there wasn't a Flight Simulator 97. There was a 98. And Pete says, "This is a great stream." Well, thank you very much, Pete. Very kind of you to say, sir. Let's buzz some farmers. They must have a lot of spooked cattle in Ireland, that's all I can say. Okay, coming up on waypoint 30. See Shark Kitty in the distance. Nick, are you still good?
Yep, all is good.
We would like to hug the trees, but not quite kiss them. And we're coming up to our stop. I think we might have to make an effort to land at this one. So let's have a look about. Please tell me this is Ashfall. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, I'm on base now. So let's.
On base? We're not stopping there, Wooly.
We're not.
We're
Oh,
not.
where are we stopping?
That's the starting point.
Oh, that's a starting point. Oh, sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's Casement where we started. So the next one that we're coming to, this will be the grass strip then. Well, Jayhawk's already down, so he's found it. Oh, looks Ashfall. Jayhawk before we come in. Okay, here. Let's have a look.
Wait, so you're stopping?
Yeah, I'm gonna land here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you just gonna fly the whole thing without landing anywhere?
Oh, I just told you that's not a
Where we
stopping
started.
point.
What's that?
I just
Where
told
we
you.
started.
Sorry, you're all talking at once. I can't figure out what you're saying.
Go ahead, Nick.
I was just saying, this is where we started.
Yeah.
No, this is Echo India Whiskey Tango I'm landing at now.
Ah,
Okay.
Which
don't
is on the
see-
flight plan. Yeah, it's our third airport. So we've done a big loop, but now we're continuing on to the north. But this is one of the stops. See, well, I'm not going to pretend that I don't know. I know everything, but I do know some stuff. I can't even get that out. Eastport says, "Can we spot Dan somewhere between the cows?" Wave to Willie. Yeah, he'll be down there somewhere. I don't think he could. Not sure if he could join us tonight. Actually, I haven't seen him on the chat. We're looking for that runway. That might be it over there. Everything's right in front of me. Which one's the longest one? Got 2 to choose from, so. And there's always trees at the end of the damn thing. Never fails. Oh, no, that's a taxiway. Go around, go around. Come at it from the other direction, shall I? We'll just do it. Yeah, I'm really struggling to get on approach with the Hawk today. Lucas says, do you know if you can be a pilot with astigmatism? It's correctable. Yes. Eastbert says, you doing a Harrison Ford? Almost, mate. Almost. Try this one more time, shall we? But we'll take it. Ooh, goes up. Oh well, didn't crash. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we're down. Where's everyone else? Are you parked or in the air?
Final.
Alright, I think I better, let's just turn around in the runway here. Whoa!
Told you I was on final.
So you were. Okay. Quick fuel check. Probably alright. Not a bit more. A little bit more. Problem trying to fill this thing is it's. Oh, fine. Take it. Okay. Alright, where is everyone?
I'm taxing.
Okay, I see. Oh, there's Beluga. and a 737. We got Pete there, and J-Hog as well, and Nick. Nick, you must be taxing, or you know you're coming. Okay. Okay, if everyone wants to line up on runway 25, we'll take off again. Right, and Eastbird says, well, better a Harrison Ford you can walk away from than the stunt I pulled off and spit and why it didn't end well for me. Fair enough. Oh, dear, dear.
I lost my connection to Navigraph charts.
You lost your connection to what?
To Navigraph charts.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right, I'm just going to pop away for 1 minute. Be right back if everyone wants to line up on the runway, and we'll get going again. See you in a sec, guys.
Beluga sees perfect drift. What did you do? Drifting normal, right? Of course, always normal in MSFS.
Okie dokie. Back again, refreshed. Right, everybody ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. .737 drifting normal, right? Be an interesting experience as a passenger, that's for sure. Jayhawk says, anyone use the new Navigraph in the browser only, asking as mine drops out now and then. I haven't done that. I was messing around with the new one a little bit. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to explore it yet. Nick, you kind of had a bit of a play, didn't you?
I'm not using it with the browser.
Yeah.
I've got it installed as the app. So I'm still trying.
That's what I've got, yeah.
I haven't had it. Yeah, I haven't had it coming out yet.
I just dropped that I'm using the app, so it's not specific to the browser. Apparently they're having a few issues since the release of Navigraph Trucks 8.
Right.
And I think it's gonna get fixed eventually.
I'm sure they will. They've been around for a while. It's like with every new
Right,
product
you will-
release. But
Hang
Where
on,
am
I
I?
see pilot
Well, there you
stud.
are. Oh,
Pilot stud in a typhoon. Am I right?
yep.
Oh, is
I
he?
see that too.
Yeah. Is he in the chat?
I
You
don't
in
know.
the chat, Pilot Stud.
Make yourself known in the chat, Pilot, if you're with us, Brandon, and join us on the Content Creators Voice as well. Yeah, there he is. I see him. Must have tickled his fancy with the flight plan. There you go. Alright, we're coming up to the next airport, but I think we'll just overfly this one. This will be Dublin, but we'll get a nice close look at it. So, yeah, Brendan, if you are able, you can join us on the Content Creators Voice channel. That's where we are, in, on the Discord server.
I was hoping.
There he
that
is.
it-
Hello, all he says. Hi, hi, Pilot Stud. How are you? So we're just going to get an overfly look at the Dublin scenery from Orbx, which looks amazing.
They still haven't opened or done an update, have they, for the new runway?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much about Dublin, if I'm being honest. Look at that.
And my sim crashed again.
Looks great.
I think I got a problem with that area.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a problem with Dublin.
Yeah, I
Red
think
Map.
that's the third time I'm crashing at Dublin.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't go there again, I promise.
Thank you. Ireland is officially banned from steering.
Don't tell Kevin.
That's
Don't
right.
tell Kevin.
Kevin's not here.
Well, I don't want to buzz the 737 coming into land here.
My money's on the Ryanair.
Bluga says, in real life I was flying over Dublin in 737 and I saw fireworks. Oh, from 36,000 feet. Now that is cool. That is very cool.
Beluga says, I'm chasing you down 400 knots on my 737. That's fast.
It is.
I didn't know you could get that fast in 737
Of course it
at
did.
low level.
Don't know if Pilot Stud's going to join us on voices. Maybe just kicking back and enjoying the atmosphere. So that's fine.
It's okay.
It's allowed. You know, especially when you're a content creator, sometimes it's nice just to sit back and watch someone else do it. Let me do the hard work today.
But sometimes I join other content creators' stream and I home flight with them and they're like, what's going on? She's so close.
See Pilot Stud behind me in the Typhoon there. Well, that must be the new Typhoon. I don't have that yet. Must be good fun. Looks quite detailed.
Yeah.
Whoa! That was pretty neat. Okay, we're coming up to the next airport. Do we want to land? Do we want to overfly? I'll put it to the vote.
I'm not yet in the sim, so up to you.
I think we'll overfly. I think we'll go to the next one. Let's see if I
What's
can get a look at it. It's a grass strip
Which
again.
field? Yeah, which field should I take off from?
Echo India Hotel. Oh, look.
Yeah, hold on.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. Oh, wow, look at that. Beluga pulling some maneuvers there. How's it going? 60 degree angle of bank, no problem. Yeah, I'm not landing on the cross strip. I'm sorry. If it was a prop, absolutely no problem, but I don't know. I'm just not in the mood. Nick, I'm not in the mood. Is it? You think it?
That's perfectly reasonable for a cold and wet Thursday night.
Agreed. Actually, yeah, true enough. If it was actually raining, you wouldn't want to put anything like the Hawk near a wet strip.
You'd sink into the ground. So,
Oh,
yes,
Whoa.
safety reasons.
Two Cats is raining us. Welcome, Two Cats.
Two Cats, how you doing?
Hey.
Hi, Two Cats, how are you? Super Typhoon 173 is followed as well. Thank you, mate. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just zooming around Ireland at the moment in the Just Flight Hawk, which is lots of fun. With friends, of course. Pilot Stud's with us today. We've got Jayhawk, Beluga. Joining me on Vox today is Nick and Shark Kitty.
Hi, Raiders.
And hello, everyone from Two Cats stream. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by and following and subscribing as well. We're on both Twitch and YouTube, so you can check us out either way. I think that's another grass strip. It looks like an airfield or something. some sort of airport there. It's one of two things. Either Kevin really likes grass strips, or there just isn't that many asphalt runways in Ireland.
Hello?
Wow.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Is
There
that?
we go.
Hello?
Me now.
Is that Brendan?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Two Cats. We are on. We're on Content Creators Voice as well. If you want to kick in. How you been, mate? I must confess, I don't think I've seen much of you on YouTube recently, but I think that you did do a news update recently, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been perfectly honest with you. It's been really good at the moment in terms of YouTube. Massive. I think I've got one video that's basically hit 100,000 views in 2 weeks.
Wow! Fantastic!
yeah.
Congratulations!
So, yeah, thank you.
So what do you think triggered that? Which video was it?
11.
Sim
Yeah.
Update 11, right?
Everyone's really excited from it.
That's excellent, mate. I'm so happy for you. Really, and well deserved as well. So how many subs are you sitting at now?
I think 23,500 or 22,500, somewhere around there.
That's a massive improvement over the last 6 months, I would say, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Is it a bit overwhelming?
Yeah, definitely. It's very hard to keep up and sort of prioritize, because obviously there's so much news. Like, I could make a video, I could make 3 or 4 videos a day probably and get away with it, but that's just not feasible.
And of course, I mean, you have high production value as well, so your videos are taking a lot of time.
Oh yeah. Some people on YouTube, they literally just get a news article and read it, and they don't put any video with it or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why you're one of the best, mate. That's why I love watching you. You're my go-to for flight simulator news, which I say to Oz Flight Simmer quite often just to wind them up a bit. But no, that is fantastic news, and congratulations on 23,000 subs, and congratulations on 100,000 views. That is excellent.
How have you been anyway?
I've been okay. A few life changes, so work's been quite busy, and recently my son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is that's been quite a big thing to take on and understand. But he's fine. I mean, he's just rolling with it. He's about 10 years old.
Right.
But I think we're actually getting to the point now where we're starting to get really comfortable with the process and how to control it. And I'm taking him to a birthday party on Saturday, just on my own. Whereas a couple months ago that would have been unthinkable, because didn't know how to control his glucose levels. He didn't know how to control strange food he might be eating. And we're kind of used to that now, so but he's doing really well.
That is the best way, isn't it? Really, just make it obviously you can't do anything about it, so you just got to make sure you can, live to their best ability with something like that. You
do, yeah. And I'm looking to get involved potentially in some diabetes-oriented charities as well.
Yeah.
So maybe something on the stream, I don't know. And of course, big news for us is we've now officially become a content creator affiliate with Orbx.
Oh, fantastic!
Orbx is they've given us the green light, just sorting out some paperwork, and so that's for in terms of positive rate. We're absolutely delighted over the moon. Big shout out to Sante, of course, a positive rate, who has been working with us, and we got a lot of great ideas. And so we're hoping that'll give us a good boost as well for numbers, because we're going to be able to have giveaways and I think new product previews as well, which is a huge help. It's if you can rub just a fraction of your success off on me somehow, Brendan, I think we'll be absolutely gold. But we'll get there eventually. I think it's one of these things that you can't doubt yourself, and I think we still feel we have a good formula. We distinguish ourselves from other streamers. We have fun. Our community is building slowly, and I think it's just one of these things. You just have to wait for things to kind of hit a critical mass, and eventually it'll take off. But
it's sort of a tipping point. You hit a wall basically, and it just shoots up from there.
It does,
you
yeah.
know, that of course is how I took off, and it's what happens if a big video blows up or whatever. That is what YouTube is all about, for good or bad.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, you can pump out 9 fantastic videos or do 5 great streams, and it can only be the last one that really shoots off.
Yeah,
and
you don't know if it's, you know, the algorithm or just the finickiness of the audience, but and it's frustrating and interesting at the same time, because I mean, you know, Tim yourself, he makes some fantastic content, and I think if more people knew what they could get from the Corporate Pilot Dad channel, he'd be over 100,000 subs himself. But it's it's trying to crack that threshold. But all you can do is just keep going and having fun. And of course, I got Nick keeping me right from the promotion sense when I'm doing what I'm told. Nick, is that right?
You dropped a bombshell on me yesterday.
Yeah, I said, look, I wasn't putting any streams up in advance, and suddenly I dropped 3 on them, and he's like, "What's going on? You're doing what I asked you to do." So, and of course, Dark Fury's not with us tonight, but he's cranking out some amazing liveries for the team as well. Some amazing victory rolls there. Who was that? J-Hog in the F22, which looks like something else, but that was cool. Well timed. Getting into some train now. Just what else to talk about? So since we got you on, Brandon, let's get your take on 40th anniversary, which is coming out tomorrow.
So my take is I've got a very busy next 48 hours. That's the first thing. It's something I've been thinking about all day. So I've got a good plan for it. I've got a bit of an action plan. It'll probably go all out the window. But videos aside, of course the A310 is what a lot of people are excited for.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how that goes on Xbox, to be fair, because
actually,
you know, the big thing is WASM support or whatever. Yeah, you know, the infrastructure hasn't really been there, so it'll be interesting to see how that does. And obviously it should be, I mean, with any builds and what they've said, it should be as realistic as basically possible, so that's definitely exciting. And then also I'm looking forward to the DC-3, lovely aircraft.
So I think Kevin would agree with you in a heartbeat on that one. He's not on tonight either, but he's a huge DC-3 fan. And I'm really keen on. I'll tell you, with going back to the inning builds just for a second, this will be the first time, and I know there's a lot of hype here, so the proof will be in the pudding.
Yeah.
But if it's even 3/4 of what people are expecting with this, it'll be the first time that a sim studio itself has actually provided a high quality product.
Yeah, and of course for free. I mean, it is fitting for the occasion, but
because you know we don't normally expect. I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, I don't think much of the every generation is it? Oh, I don't think the default planes are very good, but they've never been good."
No, it's true.
And how many years back do you want to go? How many versions back do you want to go? They've never been good. There's always been offerings from third-party studios that have really taking sim to the next level, and that's what we expected. So for me, the Inabuilds is quite a surprise and a delightful one at that. For Microsoft to team up with a respected studio that already has a proven track record, I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Call me cynical. Call me cynical, but I think that any builds given an offer that they couldn't refuse.
More than likely.
For a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's probably true.
More than likely, but you know, all the power to them if they're happy with the partnership. If it's put some pennies in their pocket for the trouble, and Microsoft, who, you know, despite all the bad press that they seem to get, mostly undeserving, they are brilliant at partnering with third-party studios, and they like working with small studios. They like doing that. They do that in the Xbox frame. They're now demonstrating that in the Microsoft Flight Simulator frame. I mean, they've already teamed up with, is it Working Title?
That's correct. Yep.
And we don't even know what they're working on. for them yet. I think there's still some black site projects that haven't been announced yet that we won't even expect with working title on board. So yeah, I mean it's great. Microsoft, that's what they do. They're good at it. I think it's a great relationship, and ultimately all of us are the beneficiaries of what's going to come out. So that's great. So we've covered the InnoBuilds, we've covered the DC3. Is there anything else in there that's capturing your interest?
Helicopters?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What was that?
Is there any other anything? Yeah, good point.
Helicopters and gliders, definitely. Just as the infrastructure being set down for that, that's a massive thing for me.
I suck at flying helicopters, so I'm just going to be forward in saying that.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard, actually. I've seen something interesting about the feature showcase of the helicopters.
Right.
Is that they made some accessibility features so that you can get sensitivity compensation, because helicopters are really sensitive in real life, and it's a real problem on the typical sim hardware. So that's gonna make flying helicopters much easier on a typical sim flight stick. So it shouldn't be as hard as what I used to if you decide to activate this feature, which is an option. So for those who want the more realistic sensitivity, they can. There is also a torque compensation accessibility feature. That's gonna help a bit with overflight mostly. Torque is fine on forward flight. You do have some rudder play to do, but it's not too hard. But on hoverflight, when you're not used to it, it kind of adds up to the heavy workload you're already dealing with.
Yeah, exactly. Beluga says, I think he's coming back to the content creation side, Brandon. He says, the thing I found is that the 30-second clips can do absolutely great, but actual hard work videos do bad.
Yeah, you see, the thing with me, I've never ever been a channel of short form content.
I'm not either. It's like the TikTok, I call it the TikTok generation of content, basically.
Yeah, so I have got shorts, but I don't really count that as my channel. It's just something on the side. But they don't do too well, to be honest. My sort of content doesn't really fit that, being perfectly clear. But yeah, sort of like as in terms of like YouTube videos, I think my shortest one's like 3 minutes or 2 minutes long.
Yeah, which is a sweet spot, I think, especially if you're doing kind of news or a quick review or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a single news story that I need to cover quickly, and then that's what it's normally for. But yeah, I can see what Beluga means. I mean, some YouTube shorts really do take off to millions, and I have done it on people's channel in the flight sim world. Not for me, but so. Yeah, I can't really relate to that, but I can see where he's coming from.
Somewhere around here there's an airport, allegedly. Oh yeah, I see it now.
We need fuel, so I'm going to land.
Yeah, we're going to land, so we are landing at Echo Golf Alpha Delta.
I have flashing lights.
Someone in the show notes can, looking at the show notes, can tell me which one that was. And how's your real life pilot aspirations going, Brendan?
Oh yeah, very well, thank you.
Good.
I don't know if I told you, but I work at an airport now, so I'm a
flight
support officer at a FBO, basically.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So how long have you been doing that?
So I've been doing that for about since August now.
Okay.
So it's about getting on to 6 months really, but yeah, great fun really. Yeah, so. Some early starts, some late starts. It is. I really like the job and I like the people. So
yeah, I can imagine it is. If you like a 9 to 5 shift, aviation's probably not the field to get into.
No, I would say so.
I know my a friend of mine, his son he works at the VIP terminal for Edinburgh.
All right.
So they manage a lot of private jets.
Yeah.
But one of his jobs is to set up the FMS for the pilots before they get on, so it's all ready to go.
That's very
so
cool.
He loads the flight plan. Yeah.
It's lazy, isn't it?
For pilots, yeah, extremely. But
do you mind starting the engine?
it's part of the service that they offer. It means that the pilots can show up at the same time as the passengers, and the airplane's pretty much prepped and ready to go. So it's life on the other side. On the other side. That's all I can say.
Private hospital stuff.
And since you started the job, Brendan, has it changed your perception of working in the industry, or has it made it even more interesting?
I think it's offered a new perspective. I'm definitely, there's times I read comments on my videos and whatever, or speak to people who just flight sim and don't have that understanding of the aviation industry, or at least that insight.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's put me on a pedestal, but it's sort of it's put me on a pedestal. No joking. It's sort of you just read comments and they're like blatantly wrong, but they think they're right. That sort of thing, and that stands out a bit more. But because I'm working in aviation now and not just a flight simmer, it's easier to sort of separate yourself from that and not get bogged. Like for example, I'll give you an example. All the stuff about X-Plane 12 versus Microsoft Flight Sim. To be perfectly honest, I really couldn't care less. Like, you like what you like.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think working in the aviation industry with real people in the aviation world, as opposed to all my aviation experiences being based on the internet, that sort of, I guess, adds a sense of maturity. But with that maturity, you sort of you just don't worry about that sort of thing. You just, whatever makes you happy.
Yep, no, I completely agree with that. As he says, while he's as he's landing in the or having to stop in the grass strip because he was going too quick. But anyway, I think that's completely true, and I know a lot of people who do work in the industry, and they've, especially when it comes to pilots or even just people who work around airplanes or in the industry, they've probably forgotten more than a lot of people know. And it's a funny area of interest, because I think aviation it's one of those things where people like to feel that they know a lot, and they project that to others to say,
oh, definitely,
I know a lot and here's how I know it. And
the mantra should be the opposite, really. The point is everyone is learning regardless of position.
Well, this
job.
is it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is it. And I think for me, and of course, there's probably an element of that for me when I was younger as well. But over the years, as I've made friends with pilots, people who've worked on airplanes, mechanics, people who work at airports, various ground handlers, all that kind of thing. You do become humbled, and you realize, there's actually quite a lot I don't know. Now, through that, I ask questions, and I'm like, well, now when I see a pilot, and if I do have a question to ask, it's an opportunity to learn. And that attitude, not actually trying to project what you do know, but understanding what you don't and being inquisitive and asking about more, that's how you act. That's how you actually get to know a lot about aviation, and that's how I've become so familiar with aviation. And also, I'm a big follower of the industry, so I know a lot of movements in terms of what the manufacturers are doing, what the supply chains are doing,